if we're dating, I want to be your second priority. That's not what it says in all the love songs and in the love stories. It's like I want to be your main priority. But like when you really love somebody, and you're conscious of what you want to get from them, and you put that to one side, then that becomes true. You truly want the best for the person. And if it's not like that, it's you know, if you think about all the difficulties people have in love, it's always to do with that. It's always because the person's unconsciously wants something. They have an agenda. They have the shopping list. Here's all the things I couldn't sort out with mummy and daddy. So now that's your job. This is how you're supposed to love me. This is how I'm supposed to be taken care of. This is about, you know, all these this agenda, and all of it's unconscious, and the person is supposed to telepathically know this and meet your unspoken, unconscious expectations. And of course, they've got exactly the same thing going on as you do. So it's a recipe for disaster. So this idea of saying to the person, I want to be your second priority. I want you to be your main priority. You first, me second. Because that's what's going on really anyway. Because when you're unconsciously going, I want you to do all this, it's all about you. It's not really about the other person. It's like, here are the things that I think I have to solve externally. So let me just line up some possible candidates. Yeah, you'll do. And now I'm going to put it all onto you. So of course I'm going to feel all these big feelings of like, you're the one, you're it. And really what we're saying is, you're the best fit. You're the one who looks like they're going to give me everything I want, everything that I couldn't get. Whereas when you're saying, I want you to be your first priority, number one, it's recognizing that that's what's going on anyway. Because what's not said there is, because I'm my first priority. And like, that's not very romantic, is it? I love me more than I love you. Nobody says that. Even though that's what's actually going on, indirectly. Maybe it's not love in the kind of purest kind of form, but but probably a better way to say it is, my main focus is me and what you're going to do for me, even though you might sort of feel, but I gave so much. Most of that kind of giving is unconsciously conditional. It's like, I gave you everything. I gave up my career for you. I gave up all my money for you. Whatever. The subtext of that is in the hopes that you would give it back. Not maybe in monetary forms or career forms, but in love. You were supposed to love me back. That was the deal. Didn't you know? Of course they didn't know, because you didn't know. And that's the way we go in love. We just do it all unconsciously. And we think, well, you're supposed to do this for me. Why don't you know this stuff? So this idea of, I want you to be, I want to be your second priority. If anything, I would just want to, maybe facilitate you to grow, to help you to grow. Not like you need to grow. I don't mean it in a judgmental way and like, okay, I'm going to help you grow. Bit of tough love. Tough love is a misnomer, by the way. I don't think it's a real thing. It's just an excuse people use to be cruel. That's my observation of it. Yeah. Anyway, don't want to get sidetracked on tough love. But it's so helpful to face yourself where you are, particularly when it comes to love, because it's super confusing. Love and relationships are very confusing because they just tap into lots of deep primal things that we just take us over. We just behave in very strange ways. We do things we wouldn't normally do. we're scratching our head a lot of the time going, why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did that bother me so much? Or why did I just, behave in such a strange way? So it's very difficult to remain steady and to actually see what's going on. It's one of the real advantages of being single, is you get to look at a lot of things without having the triggering, overpowering chemicals and feelings of love that can come up. But if you could kind of see, to truly love somebody, ask yourself really hard questions like, if somebody came along and I thought they would be happier with that other person, would I say to them, you know what, I can see that you love this other person, you go and be with them. Or I need to go overseas to work for my dreams. And you can see that that's the right thing for them to do, and that it's in alignment for them to do. And you're like, well, mine is to stay here. So I, think you should go. I think it would be great for you to go. I don't know if we can stay together in the way we were, but I think you should go and do it. I think you should do whatever you think is the right thing for you to do first, and then we can talk about it, Then you're sort of moving in love, because what I found is, if you make love your North Star, if you make love the thing that's guiding your relationship, and you keep coming back to, what are we doing here? Why are we here? What's the point of us being together? And it's like, well, we're going into love. We're going deeper into love together. If you do that, then you can't go wrong, regardless of whether you stay together or not. It's all clean. It's all no secret hidden agendas. Love will sort of purify, it will burn off all of that, even though it's very painful. But I mean, it's painful anyway, isn't it? If stuff happens in a relationship, you're going to have the pain anyway. May as well have it so that it's not going to come back, not in that form anyway. So yeah, if you can make love the guiding light in your relationship, which is not easy to do. God, I totally know how difficult it is to do, because you run the risk of it burning up all the false things in your relationship. And if there's nothing but false things in your relationship, if you're only together for all the wrong reasons, it's not going to last. And we kind of know that, and we're afraid of that. And we kind of go, oh, I don't want to look into this box, this love box, because I don't want to see. I don't want it to end. I'm sort of happy. I'm happier than I was. I know it's not great, but I sort of want it to be okay. And it's not, and this is where this thing of like, we think we're immortal. We think we're going to live forever because we think we've got loads of time. And, we get to the end of your life, or close to the end of your life, and you're like, oh my God, I wasted so much time being with the wrong person. Or I wasted so much time trying to be secure. It doesn't work. You end up not secure, because looks like we're all heading towards death. And it's going to come quicker than we think. So when you focus on love, there's vitality there, there's juice there, there's, the driving force of life is guiding what you're doing. And that just brings incredible vitality, even though it's difficult. But as I say, it's difficult anyway, so you may as well pick the difficult that has got some life in it to go forward with.